Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Everyday English with Julie May. Today, we are going to talk about a very important topic that I believe many of you can relate to: the importance of learning English for communication. So, grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and let's dive into it. Have you ever wondered why so many people spend years studying English but still struggle to communicate effectively? I'm sure many of you have experienced this or know someone who has. In fact, this is a very common problem among English learners around the world. But why does this happen? The answer is quite simple. Traditional learning methods often focus too much on grammar, reading comprehension, and writing skills. Don't get me wrong, these skills are very important. However, they are not enough if your goal is to communicate confidently and naturally in real life situations. Let me explain why. First, let's talk about grammar. Of course, understanding grammar rules helps you form correct sentences. But if you only study grammar, you might end up knowing the rules, but not knowing how to use them in real conversations. For example, you might understand the structure of the past perfect tense, but when you want to tell a story or explain something that happened, you might freeze up or struggle to find the right words. Why? Because grammar alone does not prepare you for spontaneous, real life interactions. Now, let's think about reading comprehension and writing. In many traditional classrooms, students spend hours reading textbooks, answering comprehension questions, and writing essays. These exercises are excellent for building vocabulary and understanding sentence structure, but they don't help you practice thinking quickly in English. When you are in a real conversation, you don't have time to translate everything in your head or think about the structure of each sentence. You need to listen, understand, and respond. And that requires practice in real conversations, not just reading and writing. This is where listening and speaking become incredibly important. Unfortunately, these skills are often the most neglected in traditional learning environments. Many students rarely get the chance to actually practice speaking English or listening to natural conversations. As a result, when they do have the chance to speak, they feel nervous, uncomfortable, and sometimes even embarrassed. The words don't come out naturally, and understanding native speakers feels almost impossible. But here's the good news: this problem can be fixed with the right practice. Real communication practice. That's what is needed. Speaking English with others, listening to natural conversations, and engaging in real dialogues can transform your English from passive knowledge into active communication. It's not just about knowing English, it's about using English. At Everyday English with Julie May, our goal is to help you build confidence in your speaking and listening skills. We believe that learning English is not just about passing exams, it's about connecting with people, sharing your thoughts, and exploring new opportunities. So, if you want to break free from the limitations of traditional learning, start practicing your listening and speaking skills every day. Join our conversations, practice with friends, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Remember, mistakes are just stepping stones to success. Thank you for listening, and I hope you found this talk helpful and inspiring. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Everyday English with Julie May. Let's continue learning together and make English a part of our daily lives. Until next time, keep practicing and stay confident. Bye for now.